Welcome to The Perspective. I'm your host, C. Towns. Alongside here, my boy Nate G. Mr. Ed will be back. He's taking a leave a little bit. But let's talk about the Lakers-Rockets game.
Let's talk about
it. Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
That game was crazy.
For real. It was. It was.
The way they went at it.
Mm-hmm.
Is this a rivalry? It
might be.
It was a lot of aggression in the second game of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
it wasn't a rivalry before LeBron got there. Now that LeBron is there, it might be a rivalry.
I thought it would be more friendlier because, him and Chris Paul, Carmelo, they're
right. They all hang out in the offseason. They're friends. They go on vacations together.
You saw the beginning, like the word for a tip-off, LeBron, everybody's like all dapping it up. What's going on? What's good, y'all? Let's have fun.
As soon as the ball tipped off, enemies.
Chris Paul, Rondo going at it before the fight.
Yeah.
They was going at it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Go ahead. I'll let you start off because this is crazy.
Yeah, so, all right. So, as far as the game goes, it was a high, energetic game. Both teams were going blow for blow. The final score ended up being 124 to 115.
It was closer than that. That's the only thing. That fight that broke out. Sorry to cut you off. That fight that kind of like messed up the game because it was a lot closer.
Yeah. Before
that. Because it was, 4 minutes left, and it was only like a 5-point game.
Yeah.
When the fight broke out.
Yeah. Yeah, because ejections happened.
Exactly.
So now you got bench
players. And the Lakers lost 2 people.
Yeah.
Which hurt.
Yep. Yeah, LeBron had 24 points. McGee gave him 16.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. We got to talk about McGee. Has McGee transformed into a decent NBA player now that he's playing? Well, you know what? You know what it is with McGee? Being in Golden State.
Yeah, Golden State.
Being in Golden State
helped him mature.
Yeah.
Because I felt like when other teams he played on, he felt like he had to try to do the most. Right. Golden State said, look, bro.
we understand your skill set.
You're 7 foot. Dunk the ball, block shots, get rebounds, keep it moving. Right. And that's literally all that's happening.
Right.
And it helps being with Golden State, and now you're playing with LeBron, and LeBron's probably saying the same thing.
Because now, with Golden State and LA, you're now the 5th option?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're no longer the
But it's defense though.
Yeah.
Protecting the rim.
And I like that you brought that up, because let's expand on that. Yeah. With JaVale McGee being in there and him being a rim protector, 5 blocks, that's great. But what happens when McGee's out?
Exactly.
They no longer have a rim protector.
They need another rim protector.
Right. I haven't seen the Lakers interior be this soft defensively in a while. I mean, anybody can get to the rim whenever they want. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I think it's a bad look. We'll see some trades, obviously.
They got to pick up somebody.
Because Kuzma can't play center. No, he cannot come in and play center.
What is he, 6'7"?
He's like 6'9", 6'9", 6'10". But it's still, that's not his game.
No.
He gonna be power forward, is pushing it.
Right.
But center, I can't do that. And also too, it's hurting him. It's hurting him.
Right, because he can't play his natural position.
Exactly.
He's a scorer. You know what I mean? That's
so. We'll see change when it comes to that.
They got to pick up somebody. It doesn't even need to be somebody who can score. No, you just need somebody who can block a shot or just make offensive players know that if you come in here, there's a possibility that
it will be contested.
Yeah. There's nobody when McGee's on the bench. When McGee's on the bench, the offense knows that, and they just drive to the rim at will. As great as a defensive player as LeBron James is, he can't do everything by himself.
And that's also hurt JaVale McGee in the beginning. Mm-hmm. You could tell the mindset of Houston going into that game was, we're going to attack JaVale McGee and get him out with fouls.
Right.
And he picked up quick fouls, took him out, and then they were getting hammered. Right. They put JaVale McGee back in the game. So that's definitely the thing. But to me, the fight that broke out, I felt like that was a buildup from the first quarter. Chris Paul bringing the ball up. He decides to charge to the rim. Rondo, both hands up. He bulldozes through, and they call defensive foul. That was a bad call to me. That was a horrible call.
Should have been a charge.
Rondo clearly was in position hands up, didn't do anything. And they called defensive foul. And then what made me mad about that was after the fight, when Lance Stevenson drove to the rim and actually used his elbow to clear out Capella to draw the foul, the Houston players got mad that it wasn't an offensive charge. I'm like, and then I'm happy too. The announcer said it. That's the same thing Chris Paul did in the first quarter. And my thing, he did it twice. He did it in the first quarter and he did it in the half.
And how long has this been going on in the NBA? Where there's clearly everybody watching the game at home or in the stands or wherever you're watching it, in the bar, in the club, wherever you are, you clearly see an offensive foul. And what do they don't call it.
But it's the fact
blocking.
I've heard of. I'm used to seeing the no call, but when they called defensive foul on Rondo, I was like, what?
Yep. And
it was bad.
Things got worse from there.
Yeah, it was bad foul calls. Like JaVale McGee when he got that foul from blocking the shot. They called a foul. Oh, Michael Carter Williams. Yeah. They called the foul just because he did this. He touched his shoulder. Didn't affect his. Didn't affect his layup attempt or anything. He just put his hand on his shoulder, got off, and then blocked it. And they called foul. I'm like, oh.
It makes no sense. And this is a problem that the NBA's been having for a long time. Like, it's one thing to have bad calls like that, but it's another thing to have bad calls like that in huge games, which has huge implications.
Yeah, everybody was amped about this game.
Yeah.
Houston just got blown out by the Pelicans. Lakers are having their first home game. They're trying to show the fans, hey, we're here to compete, which they were. The Lakers it was the bad.
You gotta let the players play.
Yeah,
like the games cannot be about the refs. It cannot be,
especially with a team like Houston, a team when they have a player in James Harden who. He has mastered all of this buffoonery. Like,
right, that's what it is. So that's what it is.
Like, oh my gosh, that you stick your hand out, he goes up. I get it.
Yep,
I'm fine with that.
Yep, he knows exactly how to get a ref to blow his whistle. He has mastered how to play the game of basketball in 2018, been doing this for years in a way that he knows how to move his body. He knows how to don't put your hand out. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Because if you know that classic move, you put your hand out or whatever.
Yeah,
you got the ball, you gotta bring it up, foul. And he just, you know what I'm saying, he just mastered the refs. Like
doing the step back, pump faking, getting the player to jump into him. We saw that happen to Kuzma. So That to me was just like.
But let's talk about when it really escalated to the fight.
Ingram was frustrated.
I know, but look, James Harden drove for that layup. There was a little bit of a push off from James Harden, but Ingram been upset by the calls early in the game, and
Harden was walking by, complaining, and he was like, "Are you serious?" and pushed him.
Right.
But to me, that wasn't. And you could tell his frustration was with the ref, because if you watch that play, he pushes James Harden. James Harden doesn't react. He's just like, really, dude, you're going to push me?
Right.
And the ref intervenes, and Ingram gets in the ref's face. He's mad at the ref solely.
Right.
His television is like me with the ref.
Are we at home or not? Like, are we playing in the Staples Center? Are we at home or are we in Houston?
Like, it was bad.
That's how Brandon Ingram felt. Like, these calls are terrible.
And all that. And now the second part of the fight, we got to talk about. Because watching the game live, the announcers are saying that we hear Chris Paul saying, hey, spit on me. Multiple angles of that confrontation have surfaced. They're in each other's faces. They're talking. Maybe there's another video out that I didn't see, but they're talking face to face. And you just see them acting like this. They're talking and talking. And Chris Paul is getting more angry by the second. And then puts his finger in first off, you don't put your fingers in
another man's face. That's a no-no.
That's not what we do here.
The only thing worse than that is spitting on somebody.
Like, you know what I mean? And it wasn't like I'm pushing you on the forehead.
No, all eyeball,
multiple fingers.
Right, all eyebrows. Right.
Who made you like this? See, you can't do stuff like that.
See, now I wonder.
Was it a previous play?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if there's a possibility that maybe this happened prior.
But my thing is this.
But he let it slide.
That's what I'm saying. You can't let something like, all right, You can't let something like that slide and then try to get.
Yeah, like whenever something like that happens, you have to deal with that right then and there. You have to deal with that right then and there.
Exactly. He didn't do anything before.
So either way, Chris Paul, sit down.
Yeah, and that's why
sit down. Chris Paul got
punched in the face.
Yeah.
Rondo punched him dead in the face. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then Ingram just came out of nowhere, punched him in the face.
I'm not gonna lie, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna lie, you know why? Because I kind of miss that physicality about NBA basketball. I kind of miss it because we both love the NBA. The NBA is an amazing, amazing game. But the physicality, I miss that, man. You can't do nothing anymore.
If I'm Chris Paul, I'm low key mad at my teammates. Like, you got Brandon Ingram riding for his man.
Right. What's up with that? What's up with that? Right.
I just laugh because all these other players try to act the way they do. Carmelo Anthony's had run-ins. PJ Tucker has had run-ins. But when the conversation really a fight breaks out.
Nobody's riding.
Nobody was riding.
Nobody's riding.
I've seen Melo get crazy with someone. I've seen PJ Tucker get crazy. Nobody stepped up for him.
Makes no sense. But let's get back to the original point of this conversation in the beginning of why the Lakers are struggling.
I don't feel the Lakers are struggling. All right, let me rephrase.
Let me go first. I feel like they're putting up the points. 115. They scored 115 in the Houston loss, and they scored 119 in the Portland loss. But bro, they're giving up. They gave up 128 to Portland. They gave up 124 to Houston.
Yeah.
I feel like there's two things that's contributing to their two losses early in the season. And again,
we already talked about one of them.
Right. But
not having a center.
Let me bring it home. Yeah, not having a center. One, not having a backup center for JaVale McGee. When JaVale McGee is off the floor, opposing offenses know that they can attack the rim, and there's not going to be no contests. There's not going to be any defense played. You're going to be able to drive, alley-oop, do whatever you want in the paint and score on the Lakers when JaVale McGee's out. Two, bro, their three-point shooting percentage has been terrible. In an NBA game where it is now a three-point shooting game, three-point shooting league. Bro,
wait.
Shot. Hold
on. Before you go, I got hold on. Hold on. I got you the 3 pointers.
They shot 25%.
Yes, hold on.
Against Houston.
There's something we need to talk about.
And then they shot 23% against Portland.
There's something we need to talk about with the threes, though. And the reason why I'm not worried about the three-point shots, and this is what's crazy, because me, you, and Mr. Ed had this conversation when Mr. Ed called Lonzo Ball a bum.
Let me hear it.
Lonzo Ball was 4 of 8 at the three-point shot. The only player on the team hitting a three. LeBron, 1 for 7. Kuzma, 1 for 5. Josh Hart, 1 for 5.
If Lonzo Ball right now early in the season is your best three-point shooter, you have problems.
No, that's not a problem. That's a good sign. You know why that's a good sign? Because the worst three-point shooter is making threes. The players that are known to hit threes are just off.
So you're saying it's still early in the season?
It's still early. That's why I'm like, the Lakers look like they're going to be a problem. With all those missed threes, before that fight broke out, 4 minutes left in the game, it was only a 5-point game against Houston. And that brought up my argument when I told you, I don't feel Houston is going to be the second best team in the West. And I still don't. They, like it or not, Houston struggled a little bit.
So you think the Lakers are going to be the second best team in the West?
No. The Lakers weren't my second.
Okay.
The Lakers were still going to be my third or fourth. It's between them and the Rockets for the third or fourth seed.
Okay.
But it proved my point because they're struggling with threes. And they were still in that game. So just imagine if LeBron doesn't go 1 for 7.
Right.
Josh Hart is going to really go 1 for 5 for the rest of the season.
I like him a lot. I like Josh Hart.
He gets rebounds.
Yeah,
he does
I like
everything.
His game a lot.
You think Kuzma's going to go 1 for 5? That's what I'm saying, bro.
What did Ingram shoot? Or was he like?
Ingram, oh my gosh. Ingram was 0 for 1. He only shot 1 attempt. He only shot 1 time from the 3-point.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So just imagine if they get another center.
Yeah.
And then they knock down those threes. That, to me, again, I'm not saying the Lakers are going to win the finals or go to the finals this year. But
the 3-point shooting is going to be better.
They're far better off than when LeBron's first year coming back to Cleveland or his first year teaming up in Miami. They're far better off than they were. Because if you remember
the first year?
No, like the first like couple of
the
games.
first year being with the team?
Yeah.
the first couple
of games. With Miami.
Yeah. It was a struggle. Yeah, it was a struggle.
Was no chemistry. When he came to Cleveland, no chemistry. It was a struggle trying to figure things out. It's the fact that this is LeBron's third time doing it, and that's why Magic Johnson went out there and did get other veterans that knew how to do that. Because Rondo didn't win new teams before. JaVale McGee's done it. Lance Stephenson's done it. If you realize the vets he brought in are vets that have all been in this situation to say, hey, we know what we need to do until we get the chemistry up. And that's what they've been doing. This, to me, is a good sign for the Lakers.
And it's funny that you bring that up because Charles Barkley earlier in the week, I don't know if you heard this or not, but Charles Barkley earlier in the week said he doesn't, and it's a legitimate question, and it's a legitimate somewhat of a concern. What is the Lakers? Are they an aging team? Because they got a bunch of veterans on there, as well as young.
I say they're young up and coming because the vets there aren't going to start. The vets are to help mold the younger players. When the vets leave down the road,
we're the young guys will be there to.
LeBron's greatness speaks for itself. Rondo's greatness obviously helps Lonzo Ball because Lonzo Ball looked a lot more confident yesterday. He was knocking down the three.
And what did Lonzo Ball do in the offseason? He worked on that terrible form and is doing
and he gained weight too, though.
Yeah,
he definitely is a lot more solid.
Yeah,
so that.
But most importantly, he worked on that form.
But it's the fact that they have the vets there to coach them up. Because you have to think the Laker team had no vets last year.
They're all.
Ingram is the longest tenured Laker on this team.
What was the average age? Like 22. Yeah,
that's why. To me, the Lakers.
But you know what? That's a good point, though. Yeah. So, and you know what? Credits Magic Johnson because I would say half the team is vets and the other half are young players
that have the potential
to be great. Yeah, the veterans when they move on, the foundation will be there for the young stars to have
that's a good
gradually gotten better to keep the Laker legacy.
To me, that's a good bench.
Yeah,
having Rondo come off the bench, having Lance Stephenson's energy and defense. It's just, that'll be big. And if they can just get another center, because they don't need a scoring center. They just need a center like a JaVale McGee.
Somebody that is going to put a hand up at the rim.
Defense wins. So they need another defending center.
I agree.
So we'll see what happens.
Again, we're not saying that they need to pick up a big-time scoring.
No.
They just need somebody who can just...
What's up with the rookie?
Put a body on somebody in the paint.
The rookie center that they drafted. He wasn't even dressed yesterday. I'm wondering if he's going to play.
He's not ready to play. He's not ready.
They need somebody with size.
I know. At this point, play him. I don't care if he's ready or not. I'm sorry. I'm seeing everybody and their mom drive to the lane, drive to the rim, attack the paint, alley-oop. I'm like, is this a LeBron James led team? But like I said, LeBron James can't do everything, especially at 33? He can't do everything. Defensively.
Lonzo Ball, it was funny because that conversation we had 14 points, 4 of 8 from the three-point line, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists.
Yeah, he's balling out.
Only played 26 minutes.
Yeah, he was balling out.
You and Mr. asked for improvement. Game 2, he's looking good.
And like
off of a knee injury.
Yeah. And like I said, he worked on his form in the offseason. It looks a lot better. And what's happening now? It's going in.
And what did I say about Carmelo Anthony? Did I say he was going to hurt him? They won this game, but they see that he's hurting.
You know what? I'm happy that you brought that up, sir. I'm happy that you brought up Carmelo. Because what did I tell you weeks ago? I said that man was not going to start. Didn't I tell you that? You swore up and down that man was going to start. I told you. He's coming off of the bench. I told you.
I bet you. Even with these bad stats, he's still going to start soon. You know why?
He's not going to start.
You watch the game. Who's starting over him? James Ennis. I'm about to tell you Melo's stats. His stats were bad. Ennis
6 points. 6 points, 2 of 7, 2 of 5 from 3.
Ennis sucks. Now Melo's bad stats. He played 29, and get this, he played more minutes than Ennis. And
Carmelo went 1 of 7 from 3 from the floor. So either way,
it's still bad, but look, you can tell Melo's gonna start soon. Look how many minutes he played. 29 minutes. Ennis only played 22. He's going to be... Unless a trade happens, he's going to start soon.
He's not going to start, bro.
It's no way that works. It's no way that works. James Ennis is terrible.
It's only
How do
two.
you say
It's only
he's high
cheeks. It's still early. It's only 2 games into the season. Let's see if his game progresses as the season goes on. We'll see.
Every season, bro. It's not like
He's in a very good system now. He's in a good system. Chris, bro, he's not being asked to score a crap load of points a night. You know what I'm saying? You got Chris Paul doing that, Capella, James Harden. All he needs to do is just all right. So who's gonna be your bench? If Carmelo, he's a spark off the bench.
No, Ennis shouldn't even be playing. Because all right, hear me out. You want to know why it's not going to work?
Why?
For the simple fact is, all right, they put Carmelo Anthony on the bench right now because they have what's the point guard they picked up? Not Michael Carter Williams, because he's not even supposed to be playing. Brandon Knight, he's hurt. He's going to be getting playing time. Like, there's certain players that's going to play over James Ennis. And then at that point, because they're not small forwards, Carmelo Anthony's going to have to start.
Yeah, so if anything, they'll start Brandon Knight over Ennis. Not
Brandon Knight's a point guard. He can't start.
He's small forward.
That's what I said. At some point, look, Melo's playing starter minutes.
They'll pick up somebody. They'll trade for somebody. Bro, Carmelo starting in the NBA is done. It's over.
But that's what I said. Yeah. If they trade, then yes, I'll agree with you. But if a trade doesn't happen all season long, you think he's still coming off the bench and they're going to let James Ennis start over him?
They'll pick up somebody. They'll pick up somebody who's working at the local grocery store. They'll pick up somebody who's working at the local grocery store.
You're saying that they got to pick somebody up, basically.
Bro, Carmelo, James Ennis anymore. I know, but I feel like they're gonna pick up somebody. Cause bro, I'm sorry. Carmelo Anthony said,
they're paying for losing.
Carmelo Anthony said what you want about him. He is still a spark off the bench. Not every night.
Spark.
He didn't play well against the Lakers off the bench well, but he's gonna have games this year where he provides a good spark off the bench. Carmelo Anthony can still play. He's just no longer a starter. D Wade accepted it. Carmelo accepted it.
I agree with you if they make a trade or they sign someone. James Ennis is not starting.
The only person, bro, that's still playing out of that 03 draft, out of D Wade, Chris Bosh, LeBron, and Carmelo, is LeBron James.
Yes.
Chris Bosh out of the league. This is D Wade last year, and this is Carmelo Anthony's.
No, it's the same.
Yeah, it probably played another 2 years, man. He's off the bench. He's not starting anymore.
I agree with you. But my question to you is,
what's up?
If they don't sign or trade anyone, is James Ennis
He's still not going to start?
So you're saying they're still going to start James Ennis all season if they don't make a trade or sign?
Possibly.
That's so bad. That's so bad.
To be continued. We'll see.
Yeah.